What's up, everyone? Welcome back to After the Storm. Welcome back to the NHL 06 Dynasty Mode series. I believe we're on to episode number 21 of the series. We've passed the quarter mark, and after last episode, we made a huge trade. So up on your screen again is this huge trade involving 7 players and 4 draft picks. To the Columbus Blue Jackets, we have sent defenseman Zdeno Chara, goaltender Curtis Joseph, and forward Peter Schaefer, along with a 2006 Ottawa first, second, and third round draft pick in the upcoming draft. And coming back to Ottawa is goaltender Marc Denis, defenseman Brian Berard, defenseman Duvie Westcott, and forward Trevor Letowski, along with a 2006 Columbus third round pick. So just a pick swap on third round picks. So this is obviously a pretty big trade. It was born out of the fact that Chara is incredibly slow. And Cujo has not been great. We had to kind of do it in 2 sort of sections here. Oops, sorry, as I open up the email. No, we'll go jump into the trade player screen. As you can see, you can only put 3 assets on each side in. So obviously we had to do 2 different trades. And so what that involved actually was just breaking down the trade a little bit before we get into our preview here. We actually had to use Adam Foote. So originally we did acquire him in the trade, and I was looking to keep him, given he's incredibly fast. But in order for us to make the rest of the trade work and get Marc Denis, I had to move him back. So he had to become a kind of a pivotal point of the trade, but he doesn't move from Columbus per se in the deal. He was, of course, a cap casualty of Colorado being so stacked, Peter Forsberg as well. So those kind of are friends from when we were playing with Colorado last year. Just it's those guys are on their way out. So Chara, let's quickly break down Chara. He had 4 points in 21 games so far this season. He had a lot of hits. I think let's go take a look. Does it show his hits? No, it doesn't show his hits. But the biggest thing was that he's just really slow. 79 speed, that's a big difference. And obviously when he was getting caught out of position, it more often than not ended up in the back of our net. Curtis Joseph, another piece of this trade as well. We did sign him because he was he was a player we used in NHL 2005. He was very good for us as a backup. But coming over this season, 8 games played, 33 goals against, 5 wins, 3 losses, a single shutout. I can't believe he still got that shutout, but right there, that's the big one. An .831 save percentage, not anywhere near good enough, and a .407 goals against. So he's just been really bad this season. We're not looking to kind of continue on with Cujo in that regard. And it's sad. I really do like Cujo. But we need to, if we're going to do this 1A, 1B situation, we need to have a goaltender who's probably a little bit more steady. And that's where Marc Denis came into the equation. So Marc Denis, a big one here. Again, he is better overall than Curtis Joseph. I'm not sure how much of an upgrade this will be. There's potential that Marc Denis will get moved on if we have to towards the deadline, but I'd like to see it work out for him here. I don't know as of yet. So, but as we take a look at his stats, he's played 22 games already, so he's been Columbus's main starter throughout the entire season. He's only managed 6 wins, 16 and 0. He has an 850 save percentage, a 303 goals against. So not the greatest stats, but he is playing on Columbus of all teams. He's also faced a ton of shots. So I think that's the big thing. And then Cujo let in 33, 35 goals in 8 games. So that's a huge discrepancy right there. That's a big reason why we were kind of going after him. But I think overall the player that's going to make the biggest difference for us here is Brian Berard. An offensive defenseman. I don't think we have a single one of those on the team, so this works out really, really well for our team. We need somebody with speed. We need somebody who can shoot and pass the puck pretty well, and he does all of this. He's an incredibly fast defenseman. He's also a former Ottawa Senator, so it's nice to be able to bring somebody back in that regard. But yeah, Berard's back. He was in first overall pick. Yeah, he's got 14 points in 23 games already. He's only a -3 considering he's been playing on Columbus, who has not been doing great to start the season. So I like the idea of Berard here. He will be in our first game here against the Bruins. Marc Denis will be saved for probably a few episodes from now. We're going to give him some time to rest up, get acclimated to Ottawa. And Duvie West got another player in that trade from last episode that is going to take a little while. He is currently injured. I think he comes back for the Vancouver game in like 3 or 4 episodes. And the last one, Trevor Letowski. He is going onto the third line with Lindros and Leclerc. Dean McCammon, who has been very, very good on that line, drops down to the fourth line, replaces Schaefer, and will play with Fisher and Renberg. All right, so let's go ahead and preview our matchup here against one of the best teams in the NHL so far, the Boston Bruins. But before we do, as a reminder, guys, like the video down below, subscribe to the channel, helps me out considerably. Hit that notification bell so you guys can get these videos as soon as they upload. So our preview here, Boston Bruins leading our division. That's exactly the team we want to catch up to. The last time we played them, I believe, was like an 8-5 shootout. We were expecting a goaltender's duel, and we just simply did not get that. But it does know that, we can beat Andrew Raycroft offensively. Our goals for has just skyrocketed after a couple games here. I think we scored 11 or 12 in one game a couple episodes back, so that's a big one. This is a team that we really have to prove ourselves against. And we got to get better. We got to get ourselves back into the playoff picture. We're currently sitting outside of it. But this is the first step. Goaltending matchup, Hasek back in the net, Raycroft on the other side. So, again, even with Hasek being at home, Hasek's been our number one all season long. I'm very excited to see what Marc Denis can do. But we're a little ways off seeing Marc Denis into the net, so our hope is we can get a win here against the Bruins. And lastly, just before we jump into the game, the last time we played the Bruins, they were missing 2 players. I can't remember who the other one was, but Moran, who wasn't in the last game against the Bruins, is still out. All right, guys, let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get into the game against the Boston Bruins. Uh-oh. Well, it is showing Marc Denis in the net, but he is not our starting goaltender, so don't worry about that. But no worries there. Let's just say that's showing him in warm-up. But yes, Denis not starting the game for our team, I don't believe, unless the game really changed something. We're going to ignore the Columbus mask. I wish the game had the ability to change that on their own, but alas, it doesn't have it. Let's see. Yep, Hasek's back here. We're all good. So, coming off the last episode, obviously, we're keeping Volchenkov there. Shot scores. There it is. Heatley pouncing on the rebound. Raycroft's got to control it better. He doesn't. And the pizza line gets going. No doubt he'd be a 50-goal scorer. He might be a 70-goal scorer this season, the way he's played. So an early start here. Good stuff to see. Delmore strips him. Again, this Bruins team, I don't believe they made playoffs in real life, as there's Brian Berard. I don't think they made playoffs. About 90% sure. I know we had, Ottawa, Tampa Bay. That was a first-round matchup. Philly, Buffalo, Carolina, Montreal. And I'm trying to think of the other teams that would have made it. I can never put together that third series, but I don't believe Boston was in the playoffs. I think they traded Thornton in this year as well. So, again, a little surprising. I don't think this is... Jesus, this game really loves this game really loves Joe Thornton. I don't think that this is a an incredibly stacked team or anything in Boston. I think obviously their defense is pretty weak. I think it's got Leach. I think that's pretty much it. But the team I probably didn't expect. I thought Buffalo was going to be a lot better. Even though their goaltending's a little bit weak in the game. But so far, not really what I expected in terms of, you know, who would have been the best teams in our division. I expected us to be leading, Toronto to probably be in there, but I think Toronto even missed in this year too. I wonder if this is the year Toronto missed by the Islanders going to the shootout. I have to look up some standings. Nevertheless, so I think there was a short shift there where, well, Berard was out there for a short one. Letowski, I believe, as well. Excited for Duvie Westcott to come in as well. That's going to be a player to watch. He's, oh, there is Renberg. Good play by Michael Renberg. What up? The bounces off the post of this game, maybe not the most realistic, but hey, we'll take it. Ooh, that's a good play right there. Madden with a good pass across to McEachran, and McEachran with a great placement. No issues with that one. So again, we're getting a bit of a shootout to start the game. There's Trevor Letowski on the right. And Dross with the puck. Looking for a rebound. It's 2-1 early. Pache. Look how fast Letowski is. Again, certainly that's a big factor in this game. It's just like the speed of play. Oh, wicked turnover. There is Trevor Letowski. He can zoom. But yeah, I thought our team was a little bit slow. So it makes sense. There's Letowski. Oh, what he's on his first shot. So Lindros feeds him across. Slegger all over his own defender, and Raycroft tries to go Dominator. So Letowski on the board. First one to score a goal in the trade from Columbus. I love Volchenkov. So good. So the scoring continues here. Samsonov. Glenn Murray there. Again, this top line very, very lethal. That's what we got to be worried about. There's a good clear. Spezza, good chance. Volchenkov a shot on. Good save. Berard going for a skate. Try to play that one across, maybe to Smolinski. So we hit the final minute here. Good break up by Berard. And that is offside. Phillips, 10 points, not too bad. I certainly haven't had any issues with Phillips. He's on a bit of the slower end in terms of players on our team, but no issues with a lifetime center. So a 3-1 lead as we immediately jumped out. Gotta keep the pressure on and hopefully get out of here with 2 points. There were only 11 total shots between the two teams and 4 goals in that period. Bad one for the goalies. There's Spezza. Shot on. Good save. There's another one as this is just open season so far. Rough start for the Bruins to this period. Turned over. Surprisingly, we didn't go for a change there. Now we will. Get there, Berard. Good. Oh, give a little credit there. Berard did get back. Unfortunately, Samsonov just snuck in, almost sensing that Berard was going to be able to get that puck and just drilled it right into the net. A good goal. Gets Boston right back in it as Rakoff had managed to hold the fort in the beginning of the period. Bondra just wide. It's a good play. Berard. Bringing it back. There's a good move up to Havlat. So that one goes into Hasek. Probably a necessary play to stop up there. So 3-2, we're certainly not running away with this one, no matter how much it feels like we are. Claire turns it over to Scatchard. Shot on, good save by Hasek. Here's Letowski. Backhander, blocked by Kutlak. Axelson off the side of the net, Bergeron in behind, and then there's Axelson on the rebound. And just like that, the lead has vanished. In a period where I thought we had been very dominant. PJ Axelson. God, Thornton just always wins those draws straight back. Or straight forward, I should say. Good play in front. Huge shot by Spezza there. There it is. Heatley gets a little bit of space. That's all he needs.
One look at Heatley's smile, and you can tell he just loves this game. When you see that missing tooth or two, it's also clear he's not afraid to go into high traffic areas to get some goals.
So there we go. We've regained the lead 4-3 again. Another game against the Bruins in which it's like just a complete shootout. Some high-powered offenses, that's for sure. There's Havlat. Good chance there. Another chance. I've never seen a team like in this or even really any other series we've done where they are flying the zone immediately. There is no help for these defenders. There's a chance. Actually, their center is staying back. That's pretty. Now he goes too. Look, there is no help back there. These guys are sitting at the line, ready to do the breakout. Down low. And that'll do it for the second. Let's take a 1-goal lead. Heatley's got a couple. His incredible scoring touch continues. Bruins took a 3-1 lead and narrowed it right back. But we regain it with a Heatley goal. And we'll look to close out this 2 points in the third. So not a good, certainly not a good, not a good period. I shouldn't say period. I should say not a good game overall for Hasek here. But here's Redden sneaking in. Volchenkov separating Leach from the puck. Good play. Alfredson. Pass does not find Spezza. There we go. Big hit by Redden. Speedster, Sergei Samsonov. Oh, Havlat working his way to the net. There's Bondra. That's a big one. Spezza staying out long on that shift, and that is a heavy shot from Peter Bondra. You could see it just hitting the post. Vulcanized rubber, 15 minutes to go, a 2-goal lead. Now we look to walk away with 2 in this game against a big opponent here. He plays there. Simpson doing real well. Kekrin again, or yeah, Madden and McEachran there, I should say. So they've had a really good game themselves. Letowski takes a big hit. Shot onto Raycroft and force a draw there with just under 12 and a half to go. 14 wins. Again, the game not really does not utilize putting in backup goaltenders or anything like that, so it's a little weird that ways because, like, Denis, who we just acquired, I mean, he's played every single game for Columbus, so feels like a good opportunity to just, man, what a shot. Bar south from Peter Bondra. But yeah, it doesn't seem like the AIs or the computer knows how to rotate their goaltenders. I'm not sure if it honestly does take a goaltender being fatigued before they move them. Hasek making a couple stops here. That's better. He's had a rough one, but sometimes all that matters is just getting that W. There's Havlat. Oh, in. Kutlak got back. Kutlak, he is just moving through, but he's so tired at the end of the shift, and we can get away with that one. Fourth line out, sort of broken here. Good play by Fisher. 7 minutes to go. Not out of the woods yet. Here's PJ Axelson. He's already got one in the game. Good save there. Fisher's shot. Won't get there. Renberg. Good defensive play on Leach. Gets the shot. And he is going to generate another post shot. And Fisher's going to clean that one up as, wow, Mike Renberg. 2 shots, both off the post. Both times a rebound results in the back of the Boston net. 6-3. This is a big win right now. Big win against a divisional opponent. And one we are chasing in the standings. Good hit by Valchenkov. Chance in behind Hasek there, but that won't go. Heatley down low, looking for a rebound potentially. Back across. Oh, and a huge save by Hasek there. Heatley again. All over it, looking for another hat trick on the season. Smolinski way over the net. Turned over. Smolinski keeps it in. Shot. That'll force a whistle. 38 seconds to go. Looks like we're going to come out of this one with 2 points. Definitely a huge win in this one. Mad scramble at the net. Slager. There's a good check just at the last second by Berard. Here's Berard. Berard shot and Renberg there. Oh, this fourth line, we might have something. Newly formed fourth line. Berard's shot gets blocked and Renberg taps in for his second of the game, his 3rd point of the game. Yeah, Fisher had a goal. Renberg got 2. The fourth line certainly came through for us in this one. Simpson dumping that one in. Lindros will get there first. He's pinned up against the boards. Final seconds of the game here. Shot on. And that will do it. A huge 7-3 win at home against the Bruins. A big 2 points in the standings. And 2 points taken from the division leader. We'll go through the 3 stars of the game and we'll jump out and preview our next one. All right, so a big 7-3 win. So now it looks like there's only a 3-point differential between our teams in the standings, which is huge, as we try to get ourselves up to that division leading point. John LeClaire goes from on a hot streak to on a cold streak, just like that. But no complaints there, 7-3. Hasek really recovered in the third. I thought he had a strong third. But yeah, no complaints. Letowski immediately paying off dividends. Berard was good in the game. And the fourth line. Can't say enough things about that fourth line, the newly formed one. Renberg was all over it. Seems like he's a kind of a perfect addition down there. So, yeah, great game overall. Great game, great 2 points. All right, so we email. This is our first. This is how we actually did the trades. So Chara first, third for Berard and Foote, and then it was Curtis Joseph, Adam Foote, and a second for Denis Westcott and Letowski, and then we moved Peter Schaefer. So it was actually 3 trades in total to make one. So just the way you have to do it in these old games where they don't really allow you to move that many assets at once. So as we are about to go preview our matchup here against the Montreal Canadiens, it is worth noting we've lost to them twice so far. I believe this was an overtime loss or a shootout loss. No, I think it was an overtime loss. One of them was. I can't remember who I think it maybe was Buffalo with no, Tampa? No, it was Buffalo right here. That was the shootout loss. So yeah, we have yet to beat the Habs. That's a team we really want to get. That's a team we really want to beat. Another team that's probably ahead of us in the standings at this point. So we definitely want to get 2 points against them. And this closes out our November. So we're already 2 months through the season. We're going to have another matchup with Boston here. So this game right here is the first one for Mark Denis to come in. And he will also get the Vancouver game because Calgary is incredible. So Yeah, so he's going to have 2 straight. But this will close out our November. And we will face off against the Montreal Canadiens. We're sitting second and now lead our division. So we'll go ahead and preview, but just as a reminder again, just before we do that, hit that like button down below on today's video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And hit that notification bell so you can get these videos as soon as they upload. So 4 points separating our teams. We are still sitting 4th in the division and 8th in the conference. Which again, it's just, that's how tight the East is, man. We'll go take a look at that after this. But yeah, the East is just tight to start this season. Offensively and defensively, we have we have advantages here, offense, defense, and even goaltending, just due to the fact that we're at home mostly. But again, it's Jose Theodore in the net for Montreal, one of the best goaltenders at this time. It's going to be an uphill climb in this one. Our goaltending matchup here, Dominik Hasek back in. Solid third period against Boston. Had a struggle for the first 2, and then Jose Theodore surprisingly has a couple 2-stars here, but hopefully we can get some pucks past him. It's been a little while since we faced Montreal, so the first one was a 2-1 loss. Very close. I think that one was in overtime as well. And then the other one was a 4-3. So, again, both have been close games. Both we've been in them. So this is an opportunity to kind of, pick up 2 points as we have gotten a little bit better. So Montreal in their last game, they're coming off a 3-1 win against the Toronto Maple Leafs. They've been, I guess, technically better on the road, and they are in this game, 14-6, 0-4 on the season. And injuries, they don't have any. So a full squad for the Montreal Canadiens into this game. That will be important. We're going to have a full squad as well. So the Eastern Conference here, obviously, Florida has been running away with the Eastern Conference. So far, they are 9 points ahead of second place Montreal here. I know they've played 3 more games. Even then, they're still 3 points clear at the very least. So a really good start there. Boston sitting 4th, Toronto sitting 5th. Pittsburgh ahead of us, but again, we've had this benefit of, I guess maybe Philly's the other team here. We've had this benefit of not playing as many games. So if we can get our points back up, again, Montreal has played 24. We have 2 games in hand. This is a really big game. We could use this to get ourselves. Oh my gosh! Look who's. Oh no! Buffalo. Buffalo has put it together. What's their last 10 look like? 6-4-0. They have started putting together a season here after making those trades. They are looking a lot better, man. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Buffalo was shot up the standings here. But again, it is a very tight Eastern Conference. Like, Rangers and Carolina are probably the 2 teams that are truly out of it at this point. Especially the Rangers. The Rangers are god-awful. But, yeah, like a 3-point differential. Buffalo was just terrible to start the season. And now they've climbed their way back up. Pittsburgh has been an absolute shock after being obviously one of the worst teams in hockey for years leading up. Getting Crosby in the lottery. And, I mean, like, look at this. Just how tight this 4 to 8 spot is. It's just unbelievable right now. So, again, we have more games in hand. We've got a really good opportunity here to kind of work our way up and use those games in hand to get points. But it starts with this game against Montreal because we are what? Yeah. Montreal has played 2 extra games and they are 4 points ahead. So that's a perfect opponent for us to go steal 2 points from and narrow that gap. And I also just wanted to go take a look at our player stats as we kind of go through here a little bit. He's got 20 goals in 22 games. He has been unbelievable. 4 other players have 9. Albertson, Havlat, Bondra, and Smolinski. Very good. Lots of players hovering around like the point per game mark, like Smolinski, Havlat. We got 6 players hovering around there. It's pretty impressive early on in the season. That will do it, guys, for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. As a reminder, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell if you want these videos as soon as they upload. As always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.